and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Wolverines will put it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. They'll give it to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. He unleashes a long one. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Out of bounds, right on the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He wants to throw it again. Looking for the score. And he's got it. Touchdown, Volunteer.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a lot. Breaks into the open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Looking downfield, it's Nicholson. And they're not on the same page there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
There he goes. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
And You see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Trying to punch it in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ball.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go downfield. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. Turning it on. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
What a throw on 1st down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. They'll go right back to him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. They'll run the option. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
They decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
The Volunteers will hustle to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And the Vols have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Tennessee! Fit it in the window for the score.
At 3rd and goal, I've given it to my playmaker. You let your quarterback make this decision whether he wants to run it in or right here he sees the opportunity. His guy's wide open, hits him in stride for the easy touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Michigan offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Back to pass, it's Nicholson. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted for the 11th time.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, he makes the catch. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. trying play action. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Renfro. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go into the end zone. He goes. Touchdown, Volunteers. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Notre Dame is currently up big at this moment in what's shaping up to be a lopsided affair for the Golden Domers. They're up by 15 over SMU. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw. It's Nicholson. Pulls it in. Across the 25. He's got room. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness.
Right down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. They'll immediately call timeout.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Back to throw, it's Nicholson. Got his man quickly. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards, and then stop that clock.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way, and he's got room. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Pretty good job on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first game.
So now it's second and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Looking to throw, it's Nicholson. Snagged out of the air. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Second down coming up with this red zone opportunity. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. They just weren't able to come down with that one.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Renfrow. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. They're working that left side. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And listen, obviously, you know, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy...
And here's the third interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Quarterback making checks. He'll start this drive firing. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Renfrow. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. He wants to throw it. That's got it. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up by 22 over SMU. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Might as well stick with him. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now on first down from the 30. The give to the tailback. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch?
Oh, he's got some space. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down, we'll open up the final period. They're going to run it to the right. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Nicholson. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their...
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and still on his feet. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense... back. It's a turnover.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Working that left side now. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets it out fast. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the Vols are on the move. They want that clock to run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
And the Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. Got a man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Volunteers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. And they got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throwing right. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Vols trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the wall, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Nicholson. Gets it out quickly. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Zings it complete to the right.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. What a job out front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. He is stopped short on the line of the game. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. It's complete. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. New set of downs after the completion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a hit. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Crosses the 35. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking